Let's say you're in your mid-20s and you're already a Norwood 3 on the Norwood classification scale. In this video, I'm going to tell you what you should do starting today. Now, in my opinion, this is a very good point to step in and actually do something about your hair loss. And I personally was in my mid-20s when I started to intervene and try and slow down and do something about my hair loss. So when this happened to me, this is exactly what I did. Number one, the first thing I did was start a 5-alpha reductase blocker, and that was Finasteride. 5-alpha reductase blocker is going to be essential to put the brakes on continued hair loss. Alongside Finasteride, a form of Minoxidil is recommended. And this can either be oral Minoxidil at a dose of 1.25 all the way up to 5 milligrams, starting low to begin with, or it can be topical Minoxidil with either daily tretinoin cream alongside it or microneedling once per week alongside daily topical Minoxidil. Continuing both the Finasteride and the form of Minoxidil that you have chosen for 12 months is then recommended to see how much regrowth we can squeeze from those two medications. If they're one of the lucky ones and they do get regrowth, well then they should simply continue taking it. But if they're in the more common group that unfortunately doesn't get any regrowth, especially at the hairline area, then hair transplant surgery is going to be the best way to restore what you've lost. So if you remember one thing from this video, I want you to remember that starting with FUT or strip surgery, and no one tells you this, but starting with FUT or strip surgery will get you an extra 2,500 grafts over your lifetime. And that's compared to if you use FUE to begin with. And if you're in your 20s and you're already a Norwood 3, it does suggest that more hair loss is likely. Despite being on Finasteride, Finasteride will only slow things down and won't stop hair loss for good. You really want those extra 2,500 grafts. So in my opinion, the smartest approach is to start with FUT, strip surgery to begin with, and do as much FUT as you can over your lifetime, and then finish with FUE as a top-up or finisher procedure. And this is exactly what I did. If you look at these photos here, I was around about a Norwood 3 in my mid-20s, bothered me a lot. I started Finasteride, didn't get any regrowth, and decided to go for FUT surgery. Guys, if you've got any questions or you'd like to do a consultation where we can go through your current level of loss, a future prediction of how much hair you will lose based on your family history, how much hair you've lost so far. If you'd like a personalized treatment plan, shoot me an email at drparesis@gmail.com.